Greetings from the entire staff of Richland County CASA and the well over 1,300 children we served this past year. Happy holidays and Happy New Year to each of you. Last year was another record-setting year for all of us at Richland County CASA. As mentioned, 1,300 children came to our revolving door. Each of those children had a volunteer from our CASA program. That is outstanding. Out of all this number, half of these children were placed into either their respective home or into alternative placements. This is just one of the reasons why the role of a volunteer is very visible. Oftentimes, it's the unyielding and tireless work of a volunteer that provides knowledge of these alternative placements. On a sidebar, I personally have witnessed the improvements on our reports. Reports are the fundamental purposes of our program. I witnessed improvements as well as regarding format as well as substance. Additionally, with the cooperation of the Department of Social Services, this past year was a record-setting year for the number of children who completed final adoptions. Of all these statistical numbers bear fruit to the fact that Richland County CASA and you, our over 400 plus volunteers, are often very powerful voices in the life of a child. Through the generosity of several private corporations, churches, our board of directors, and untold numbers of benefactors, our CASA children experienced a very beautiful Christmas. Now then, enough of the old. As I said, 2011 was an outstanding year filled with way too many successes. However, like everything else, we had our share of setbacks. Through the visionary leadership of our director, Paige Green, Richland County CASA is excited about embarking on a new and powerful way to continue to provide quality leadership and service to our children, but be equally fiscally responsible for our funding resources. I've long believed in the beneficial power of collective networking. Individually, all of us doing a small, manageable task collectively become a cohesive, unified unit. For me, specifically, recruiting and training are my primary duties. With no reflections of our female volunteers, who comprise over 70% of our program, we have long had to recognize that our male volunteers fall short regarding our male demographics. Becoming an ambassador for CASA means not only spreading the CASA message, but sharing the CASA story. It's just another way that individually we all can become part of this colossal event. Speaking of which, our first training of the year will be January the 17th. It will begin on the 17th and run through 5 nights. It's also held at the USC School of Law. If you know of somebody whose life may be enriched, or if you feel like sharing that CASA story to someone, feel free to get in contact with them to let them know it's time to get on board. Have them get in contact with me, James Washington, at my desk, which is 576-1590, or my email address, which is washingtonj@rccgov.us. Effective this year, all our M services will be online. You can go to online and check out our website and find all the services that we will have for you throughout the year. We are putting together another exciting group of speakers and organizations who have something to share with the community. For those of you who may have some ideas about who you'd like to see, feel free again to get in contact with me. I encourage each of you to visit our website by going to www.rccasa.org. The organization has put a lot of work into this website and look forward to your input. It has also served as a great directory of providing you with all the information you need to know about our program and events. Another opportunity for our volunteers is our mentor program. Over the years, we have played with this idea for well over a year with minimum success. Essentially, what the vision is for our precious resource, you, our volunteer, to be another layer of support for our new volunteers. Primarily, what you would do is assist that new volunteer on that first case. You all can remember that feeling you had on that very first case. The impact that you can provide that new volunteer is one of the reasons why we lead the nation in our retention of volunteers. I look forward to providing these video updates from time to time. If there's anything you would like for me to share on air, again, feel free to get in contact with me or provide some information for me. One last bit of housekeeping. Several times it was brought to my attention last year that some of our children had not been seen by their appointed volunteers. It is imperative that our volunteers understand the impact of having a volunteer visit their child monthly. If over the course of time some hardships have developed, feel free to let someone know. At the end of the day, every child that we have, every child that we serve deserves to have an advocate who at least takes the time to visit them once a month. 2012 is shaping up to be another remarkable year for CASA. On behalf of myself, the entire CASA staff, but most importantly, the 1,500 children who will come to our doors this year, I say thank you.